Didn't they do this last year? Well, we did, and we were asked to serve again. And this time as the seasoned, experienced members of the new co-chair forces. You'll hear from Rajiv and Jackie Bala next week, who bring a fresh perspective of new members to the Every Member Campus effort, and you'll want to hear what they have to say. So why would I say yes to this role in our church at this time, especially during a year of transition? For me, it's quite simple. I owe my ability to navigate life as an adult to the wisdom that I've been taught by the leaders of this church, to the love and support that I've experienced from the members of this church, and to my relationship with God. So let me expand on that. While I revel in the joy of attending church in the good times, and especially this morning, the gift of glorious music that we're given so frequently and so masterfully. It's been the tough periods of my life where I've found strength here, and that's really the core of my continued involvement. The death of my father, sudden, untimely, and truly shattering my worldview. Having cancer has changed forever my sense of my own mortality and the depth of support that is here in this wonderful church community. And most recently, this summer, the death of my mother, someone who loved and supported this church. Her death was anticipated but unexpected, swift but with time to say goodbye, and sad. My sadness has been comforted by the support of all of you, and especially from Peter, who spent hours with my brothers and I, listening to our stories and crafting a eulogy that I will treasure forever and that people are still talking about. So these are the challenges in my life to date, and the love of God as expressed by the good works of this church has helped me to be resilient and to truly act and believe that all things work for the better for those that love God. So what will I do with all of this? I prayerfully consider every request from this church and say yes to the extent that I can. By taking the oath of membership, I have agreed to give my time, my talent, and my money to this church, and have agreed to make this church my life's spiritual companion as long as I am here.
Jim and I have come to believe that our first and best gifts should go to this church. In these several years of paying close attention, we've discovered that really there are 3 layers of impact and meaning that our daughters create. First is the outreach to our neighborhood. Second is the impact that it has on our church community. And third is how it deepens our own spiritual lives. First, outreach. Last January, I was over at the Boys and Girls Club, welcoming a new crop of young girls to the Smart Girls program. And there was one little girl that I said, I think I've met you before, Aisha. Are you in Connecticut by any chance? And she said, I've been in Connecticut my whole life, but that's not how you know me. And I said, well, how do I know you, Aisha? And she said, do you go to the Silent Hill? I'm in the Silent Hill Congregational Church. And I said, yes, I do. I love that church. And she drew herself up tall and with a smile as big as this room said, I am the gold page. And she began to march as though down the aisles of the Boys' Head. Just think how safe Aisha and thousands of other children are because of our church. We gave the cornerstone gift that created the Boys and Girls Club, and we still give them a substantial amount every year for operating support. The mentoring and tutoring that Aisha said she's done all her life was started right in this church 28 years ago, maybe 29, and continues every day. And the arts and music program, well, all of that comes from your pledged daughters. I'm sometimes stunned by how much our outreach daughters do. Serve Corps, which was started here, built whole houses and retrofits them in our neighborhood. We sent Erica off to Ecuador with a bunch of missionaries to do work there. One of our key partners, Birds and Fishes, provided 36,000 meals last year and used those meals as a platform by which to also give job skills and training and even health care to our neighborhood. At the next level of meaning and impact is the way your pledge dollars affect the members of this church, your spiritual neighborhood, woven together by God. All the pastoral care, the flowers that go for shut-ins, yoga, the fact that the lights are on this morning, the donuts that you'll eat at coffee hour, and all the vast educational lessons provided by Peter. All of those come because of your pledge dollars. That's a lot of impact and meaning. But perhaps most profoundly is what your dollars do for your own spiritual lives. Do you know the one about the woman who was going downtown for a job interview? And she'd gone around the block a couple of times and she was beginning to panic. Lord, I need a parking space. I need this job and I cannot afford to be late. Please provide me a parking space. I promise that I will give up swearing, I will give up alcohol, I will give up promiscuous sex if you will just give me a parking space. And just at that moment, a big black SUV pulls out on the right from where she is. And as she pulls in, she says, "Never mind, Lord, I found one." Aren't we all just a little bit like that when it comes to church? As Jim said, this church is our spiritual companion. Do we give it the thanks and the support that it deserves? If you have ever been grateful for the role this church plays in the lives of your children, if you ever had a family member married here or married yourself, or needed a minister to talk to, if you've ever walked out of church on a Sunday, changed by what you heard or felt here, or said your last goodbyes to a beloved person in this sanctuary, will you say never mind? Or will you show your support and gratitude for this amazing church by giving your first and best financial gifts?
So what are we asking? We're asking that over the next 3 weeks, culminating with Pledge Sunday, that you prayerfully consider what you can give. You can pledge online, and you can pledge by mail with the pledge cards that will be being sent to you this week. If you're a regular giver, we ask that you consider increasing your gift. And if you're in the habit of saying, "Oh, never mind," we ask that you participate. If you don't know what to give or would like to talk about it, we'll both be at the coffee hour after this service. And as you consider your pledge for next year, keep in mind that the best welcome we can give to our new senior minister is to have a church that's on a sound financial footing. That's the way we can all do greater things together. Thank you very much.